Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport on YouTube. I'm Jamie Davis, and alongside me is Gabby. Gabby is a big Chelsea fan, and actually, we came across her on our live chat pages for our watch-alongs recently, especially the Chelsea games, but also the Chelsea women games, because what a time to be alive for Chelsea women at the moment, and for Emma Hayes, the manager, because this Sunday they are going to be in their first ever Women's Champions League final against Barcelona. And of course, it's going to be a crazy final. They've just recently won the WSL, the Women's Super League, back on Sunday. They've already won the Continental Cup, and they've got FA Cup campaign still to play after this Sunday's match. Gabby, how do you feel about Chelsea women at the moment? They're having a great season.
Honestly, yeah, they are. They're literally like storming through the season. Like, I haven't actually long since been a Chelsea women's match. It's only been since like 2018 when I've started to get more into women's football.
Yeah.
And also when I started, I watched every single women's Super League like game, like every single team. But as soon as I saw the first Chelsea match, I was like, "That's my team. They're gonna win. They're gonna get better every year." And I was right.
You picked the right team.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you remember seeing when you went to that Chelsea women's game? Any players that are still there today that you remember?
Um, Honestly, I've watched that many games and many people have left and come. I can honestly, like, it's been that long since I've been and I've watched that many games. I can't even remember what that game, the first game I saw. I can't remember who they played against. Can't remember what the score was.
I got you. Well, that's Emma Hayes calling you now, seeing if you could get on the plane for Sunday, because the final is, I actually can't remember from the top of my head, but it's not in England, sadly. So of course that means Chelsea have to travel, and so do Barcelona.
Yeah.
But how do you feel quite nervous about this, Gabby? Because this is probably the biggest, I'd say the biggest match for Chelsea women's history.
Yeah, I am really nervous for this match. Like I've been saying over the past few days to some other of the Chelsea fans, Barcelona have played, I think, what is it, 25 games and have won all games. They haven't lost any.
That's crazy. I mean, it is crazy because I mean, no one ever talks about that in any level of football, do they? That kind of form, win
Yeah,
every single game that's on offer for you. I mean, I don't know much about the Spanish league, but it's funny, Gabby, because in the last few years, I can remember the Champions League finals in the women's format. Most of the teams that get to the final, it's normally PSG or Lyon. Lyon's probably the biggest club in women's football, especially in Europe. So, this is a Barcelona team that are quite new to the scene, and Emma Hayes is banging on your door again.
yeah. Keep calling.
So, I mean, do you think Chelsea would be favourites, or do you think Barcelona will because of that form?
See, I want obviously, of course, I'm a Chelsea fan. I want Chelsea to win.
Yeah,
But after looking at how Barcelona have been playing, I reckon it's going to be a really tough match, and Barcelona have got like a really good chance of winning.
mm,
But all Chelsea need to do is get a really good defense and just try and like basically just defend for their lives. Really,
yeah.
just don't let the ball that much into their half. Really,
I think that's the thing, because like the one thing that surprised me the most was that in that first leg against Bayern in the semis, it looked like Chelsea were a little bit inexperienced, not being this far in this tournament before. And Bayern Munich had it. Well, they were a bit lucky. They had one or two goals out of nowhere, really, Bayern, and they won the first leg.
yeah,
But that second leg performance from Chelsea, they scored four goals, didn't they? Yes, they conceded one, but it was another shot out of nowhere from a corner. But they responded so quickly, and I guess that just shows, Gabby, that Emma Hayes can get the best out of her players even in the toughest situations.
yeah. Oh, well, I mean, in the first leg, obviously, like I said, it was 2-1 loss to
Mm,
Chelsea,
mm,
but they had a week. Well, we say week, say 5 6 days. They had
yeah,
5 6 days to train, to rest, to get better, And in them 5-6 days, I think they pushed themselves so much that they didn't even expect the result that they got on that Sunday, that 4-1 win. Like, they were even shocked after the match that they won. Like, they were expecting to either draw and it'll go to extra time and everything, or they lose. But because they won, they were that shocked. They didn't know how to react.
Yeah.
I think that's the same for the fans.
I think as well that the emotions you saw when that fourth goal went in. I mean, I think that was when their goalkeeper went miles out of the area, but you could just see the emotions, couldn't you, of the Chelsea team, because it was, for them, it felt like they climbed a massive mountain to go, you know, all that hard work has paid off. And even from those emotions, Gabby, you'd have thought they'd won the Champions League just from that moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, when Frank Kirby, because it was Frank Kirby in the 95th minute that scored, as soon as she looked up and she saw that the goalie was not in goal, she had one thought in her head, and one thought only: I've got to go for it.
Yeah.
So she went for it, and it went in. And look, and most of the time when you score from that far out, you just have to risk it and kick the ball. Most of the time, it's either just wide of the post or it doesn't go in. But as soon as they saw that it went in, they didn't even care about like how long of the match they had left. They were just already celebrating on the pitch. They were.
And I remember there's this photo that keeps coming back on the social media feeds, and it's Sam Kerr with them all on the floor celebrating. She's there standing up, like roaring, just thinking, you know, we've done it. Which, in all fairness to her, she had a difficult semi, didn't she, Sam Kerr? You know, this is your top goal scorer, has pretty much helped you win the Women's Super League this season. She's been in all the big games scoring goals. But that semi-final, she must, in my eyes, she's got a big job on Sunday where she's going to go up to Emma Hayes, I'd say, and go, look, I didn't get you the goals in that semi, but I'll be sure I'll get him in this final. So for me, I think she needs to really put up with it on Sunday night.
Yeah, because with Sam Kerr, obviously, she came from Australia, but Sam Kerr and Frank Kirby, they have like a connection. Like, they connect so well.
Yeah.
Like, was the Sunday match just gone against? Was it? I think it was Reading. I can't really remember. I missed it.
Oh, what the game last weekend, or
the Sunday just been when they won the league title.
Yeah, Reading. Yeah, spot on.
Like Frank Kirby and Sam Kerr, they like connected so well. So if Emma Hayes brings Sam Kerr on for this final, then Frank Kirby will have to be on as well, because they have such a good connection. Frank Kirby helped Kerr win the Golden Boot. Yeah. Because Sam Kerr has been in 22 games and she scored 21 goals.
That's amazing stats, isn't it? It really is. I mean, that's Medema level, isn't it? You know, from Arsenal. She, you know, if you beat Medema to a Golden Boot, you've done all right, with or without a league win, in my eyes. But no, it is great. But yeah, Frank Kirby, what a level she's at. I mean, I think for her as well, because if I can remember, I went to the Women's FA Cup final in 2015, and this was the first time it was happening at Wembley. And Chelsea beat Notts County in that final. It was only a 1-0 win. G scored. But you know, G's still there now, so is Frank Kirby. Emma Hayes is still there. So it just shows how far the team have come with some of these members being there for at least 6 years.
Yeah, like Frank Kirby, she had such a bad injury. I think it was either just before the World Cup or I can't quite remember, but she had a really bad injury. So when she started to like get back into the game, she was only coming on in the 60th, 70th minute, only being on for like the rest of the game, or being on for like half an hour and then being subbed off. But Kirby has come so far from her injury that it's amazing. Like, she's scoring goals, she's doing assists. Like, she's not in as many matches as she usually was. Like the season she was in, I think it was 18, 19 matches. She only scored 15 or 16 goals.
Yeah. Only. Yeah. Still quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. But considering she had that injury and she's come back and she's like, it's like she hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Just
No, you're
proves
right.
that she's dedicated
Yeah,
to this team.
I completely agree, because I nearly forgot about the injury, and we've known Fran Kirby for, she's been at least 2 World Cups, so she's world renowned in women's football, and the forms have shown that she is one of the best. And I remember when she first came onto the scene, she was known as the Messi of women's football, and I think I'd still have to agree, because she just does everything, especially with her feet. I'd put her up there next to Marta and those kind of players, but no, it is fantastic to see. Gabby, I'm going to ask you for your honest prediction now. What's your scoreline prediction? Will it be in 90 minutes? What do you reckon the outcome will be for this final?
I do reckon it's going to go into extra time.
Oh, no.
I know.
Remember, English are not good at penalties, so you want it to not be beyond extra time.
But at the end of the 90 minutes, I reckon it's either, because it's going to be a really tough match for both teams, because they're both so good. But I reckon it's going to be like a 1-1, 2-2 if it's a draw at the 90th minute. But I'm going to regret saying this.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I think Barcelona are going to win 3-2.
Oh, you're going to feel really silly now if Chelsea win now. Because I can imagine on Sunday you'll mention it in the chat page or something and go, yes, Chelsea won. Yeah, but you didn't believe in it. No, I'm joking. I appreciate your honesty there, but I hope you're wrong. I'm going to go for a Chelsea 2-1 win. I think if they can just get Sam Kerr in front of that goal and getting the chances, she'll score one. She's got the stats of scoring at least 1 goal in each game. So I think you're right. Frank Kirby and Sam Kerr together have to start. I think as well, you look at the defence of Chelsea this season with Millie Bright and Ingle, they've been incredibly strong together in defence. All I'd say is that I think Beth England does need to be on the bench. I've seen in the last 2-3 games with Chelsea with Beth England, she started against Spurs and she played well, but you can see they missed a bit of that Frank Kirby Sam Kerr link up, and I don't think Sam Kerr Beth England works well together up front. Of course, people may say I'm wrong, and I'm not, and I might be, but from what I've seen in the last 2-3 games, I've not been that convinced.
No, I do agree with everything that you just said. Like, Beth England, she used to be, well, she still is. Like, she's really good up front, like, taking shots. But when Kerr came and joined the team, like I said earlier, Kerr
completely
and
different
Kirby,
level.
I was going to say, like, Kerr and Kirby, they have connected so well. Like, if you take Kerr off and put England on, there's still going to be a bit of that chemistry between them, because obviously they've known each other. But it's not going to be the same. Like, Beth is still a top goal scorer, but she needs to be on the bench a bit more and let Sam and Frank Kirby on more, like, get more goals basically to make us win.
Well, who knows what Sunday will bring. But of course, it's a big night ahead for Chelsea and for Barcelona. Let us know, folks, in the comments below. Who do you think will win the Women's Champions League final? Gabby has gone with Barca. Only in an honest prediction. I'm sure deep down her heart is saying Chelsea. I'm sure I can say that and vouch for her. But I'm going to go for Chelsea. So let us know, folks. Do subscribe to the channel. And of course, we'll be doing a live watch along on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. So do join us for that. And we'll see you then. Thank you for watching.